what I mean is that what fascinates me is when people see the movie the first time. Oh, I remember those previews. We flew from London directly to Chicago for our first preview in the States, finished the film, and this is actually a true story. The picture was made, it was a negative pickup deal for Polygram, which at that time was run by John Peters and Peter Goober, the Two Stooges. And they came and saw the movie. Now, this is absolutely true, you know. When I went, it was a $10 million negative pickup. I went to every studio, you know, saying, here's my movie, and they all went, get the what? You know, which had been pretty much what they've been saying. This was 1981. They'd been saying that since 1969. But I was the guy that had Animal House and the Blues Brothers, and conventional wisdom is if a movie's a hit, you're a genius. If the movie fails, you're a war criminal. It's really simple. I've been both a number of times, so I know it's how simple it is. But the discussion we had with George Folsey, my partner, the discussion we had with Peter, John, they had offices on Sunset Plaza. They actually, Peter said, do you have room in your $10 million budget for a $300,000 executive producer fee? And I said, well, who would that be? He goes, us. I immediately thought, they run this company for the Dutch. They're thieves. And then I said, yes. We went outside. George turned to me. He said, I can't believe it. That was so easy. I said, you got your watch, your wallet? Check to see. Anyway, American Werewolf is a British film. It was the last Edie picture. We made it entirely as a British film, British company, British bank financed it. And it was, so we make the movie, and we did post, and we shot it out of Twickenham Film Studios. And John and Peter come to see it. And we show it on the flatbed, you know, and we show it to them on the camera. They are horrified. I mean, they went, Jesus Christ, this is so gruesome, this is so disgusting, this is, oh, fuck, what the hell are you showing? They went crazy. And they just really were offensive. I mean, they really went crazy. I betrayed them, you know, what is this? And I said, okay, guys, I got a legal pad of paper. All right, give me your notes. So they gave me their notes. They spent like an hour and a half on their notes. And I wrote it all down diligently and everything. And I said, give me two weeks. Come back to London and I'll show it to you again. And I will address your concerns. And they said, absolutely. And they left. And George turned to me and said, what are you going to do? I said, nothing. And what was interesting was that I did nothing. In fact, I went to Rome is what I did. But what was interesting was that they came back 2 weeks later, saw the identical film, and when it was finished, I said, thank you very much for dressing our... But you have to understand, but I'm not just ridiculing them. What it was is the picture is very, very gory and violent. And if you hadn't expected that, they were really shocked by it. They'd seen it. So that value was gone. So they saw it again, you know, and without sound effects or music or anything. But still, it was like, oh, it's not so bad, you know. And so they were fine. So now we finish it, and we go to Chicago to preview it. In those days, it was actually a better system. You used to do a thing called a major studio preview in the United States, where you go to just a local theater somewhere, and it would be playing whatever it was playing. And then it would say on the marquee, major studio preview tonight, 8:30. And sometimes it would say a star or a director, but that's all it would say. And it would be in Chicago or Boston or San Francisco, all over the country, anywhere. And then a paying audience would come to see whatever feature was playing, and they got to see a free movie. So you got a real response. Unfortunately, now all previews are done with recruited audiences and preview screenings, and it's kind of bullshit thing. Anyway, but then that's how we did it. So the manager of the theater in Chicago, I'm sorry, put on the marquee, from the director of Animal House, major studio preview. It's quite a big theater. It was in a very, called, where's Hillary Clinton from? It's very expensive, oh gosh, Lake Forest, I forgot. It's a very fancy neighborhood right outside Chicago. And movie stars. Oh, it's a funny movie, like 1,000 people, like 1,000-seat house. Oh, we loved it. Those boys are so cute. Oh, what a funny joke. And now they're on the moors, and they're going, oh, this is fun. And then Jack is killed. 150 people walk out. Walk out. And I'm going, oh. Anyway, by the time Jack shows up in the hospital, by the end of the movie, we had maybe 200 or 300 people left. They just kept leaving because they were horrified by the movie. Plus, they previewed it with some Walter Matthau, Glenda Jackson movie, and the audience was all, not too young, and it was disastrous. And John and Peter and Universal, which had bought it for the U.S., were hysterical. I mean, and I said, yelling at me, I said, shut the fuck up. This is your fault. And tomorrow night, where are we previewing? There's that. Do you know that it used to be the largest grossing theater in the United States? It isn't anymore, but it's this giant dome right by the freeway in Long Island in Syosset, New York. It had like 3 screens. It's this huge barn, and millions of kids go there. It was a big, and so it was a good place to preview. And I said, I insist on speaking to the audience before they see the movie. And he said, okay. And it's a very rowdy Saturday night. That was Friday night in Chicago. Now it's Saturday night in Long Island, and it's date night. And it's huge house and it's full of rowdy kids and 18, 19 college kids. And I go in and I say, excuse me, and they all get quiet. And I say, my name is John Landis, and see, they didn't even see the movie. I said, my name is John Landis, and I made Animal House. Yay! Just oh god, all that shit. And it's like, yay! And I said, but this is not Animal House. This is a horror film. They're all going, what the fuck is this? And I said, it's extremely gory. Then of course you hear, yes! Yes! And then I said, and there's a lot of sex in it. Yeah! So just know what you're gonna see, okay? Because it's a scary movie, all right? They're like, yeah! And I sat down and played like $1 million. It was a huge success because they knew what they were gonna see. And it was interesting because I hadn't realized, you get too close to a movie, but I hadn't realized how shocking it is, how violent it is. I don't know if you've ever, it's much better. I mean, not seeing it shitty projected like this, but seeing it on a good screen. There's a new high def one that just came out in the States, but it's interesting in terms of, was this a DVD? Yeah, there's a new high def, beautiful. That actually, it's a credit to Rick Baker, but his stuff looks better high def because you can see really all these details. But that was just a real interesting lesson. It was like you have to tell them what it is.
Absolutely. I mean.